911, what's your emergency?
Can y'all please hurry? Send somebody right now. I don't even remember. Oh my God! Well, I got a baby pool stick, but that's about all. But no, that's not gonna work. Just me. Can y'all just please hurry up?
Open, 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 open!
You don't understand. Oh my kids, my boyfriend is crazy.
Get an idea of what this channel is about. What do? Go to my channel, click on playlist. All these different things I do on this channel. See all these different thumbnails? Those are all different categories of things that I do on this channel, from comedy to cooking to DIY when it comes to fixing cars. There's a lot of things I do on this channel. So check the channel out in its entirety before you subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll find something on here that you like. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys all being here. Make sure you do everything I told you to do at the beginning of this video. Follow me on my other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father, and my other channel that's called Meme Stream Media Shorts, where I just post shorts, all right? Appreciate you. And again, for those of you like follow you, where all you got to do is look at these different things that's posted up here. They're all right here. Follow me on all those platforms, right? All right, folks. So have to talk about this because this is something that I said during the George Floyd and Summer of Love and all that. Yes, I'm bringing that stuff up because these actions have consequences. I love how the fact that when all this stuff was going down, even the C-19 stuff was going down, I was telling you guys that when all the dust settles, y'all gonna be at a crazy loss. And I'm gonna come back to remind y'all why you're at a crazy loss. So those of you that try to write me and say things like, why are you going in the past? Why are you going in the past? Y'all say that, but y'all sure don't have a problem. Surely you don't have a problem going back in the past when y'all want to push a black narrative. We were slaves. We oppressed. Look what they did to our ancestors. We still are, but so don't go back in the past, right? It's not gonna happen. Anyway, make sure you guys hit that like button. All right, hit the like button for me real quick before I show y'all this video, because I do want you guys to check this out and you're going to see why it's so impactful and why it's meaningful right now, because a lot of Americans are going to continue to be hurt and suffer because of this. Check it out.
They'll try to defund the police and then embolden criminals. The rise in crime comes as police funding is being cut. The results speak for themselves. Police forces are being hollowed out by lagging recruitment and early retirements. Well, the warning signs have been there for years. It only got worse after the Summer of Love and George Floyd, yet nothing has been done to fix the police recruiting crisis across the country. It's getting worse. In Pittsburgh, sometimes they don't even respond to 911 calls. Some of them are handled by a telephone unit, whatever that means, instead of having police physically go to the location. And in Houston, they just stopped investigating certain crimes.
Houston police now say 264,000 criminal cases were never investigated, accounting for roughly 10% of all incident reports filed with HPD in the past 8 years.
By the way, that includes 4,017 cases of alleged sexual assault. And in Austin, after $150 million was cut from its budget during the defund the police era, there are new warnings that the city is on the brink of disaster.
Police are sounding the alarm. Homicide rates hitting new highs over the last 3 years as their force grapples with a staffing crisis. Things are so tight, for a few hours on a recent Saturday, an entire section of East Austin had 0 patrol officers on duty.
The no man's land out there. Joining me now, Joe Gamaldi, Vice President of the Fraternal Order of Police. Joe, we warned that this is exactly what would happen. And now keep it weird in Austin apparently means keep it dangerous. So this is going to affect real people and put real lives in jeopardy, as it already is.
Yeah, the defund movement in Austin has been an unmitigated disaster. They defunded their department by $150 million. The next year, they had their highest murder rate in recorded history. Aggravated assaults are up 18%. Car thefts are up 77%. And their response times to emergencies are up to 10 minutes. And there's no help coming on the way here, folks. They're down 600 officers. They've been hemorrhaging people. They can't recruit. And do you really blame them? I mean, if you had a city council and a local you, Congressman Greg Casar, who treat officers like scum, why the hell would you take that job? And this Congressman Greg Casar, he's a real peach. He loudly and proudly supported defunding the police. But here's the rub. When crime went up in his neighborhood, he wanted additional patrols there. So he doesn't give a damn about you, but he wants to make sure his family's taken care of. They're all hypocrites, and they don't give a damn about the residents in Austin.
Now, there's a short-staffed police department in Northern California. Has residents really worried, so worried they may do something really drastic. Watch.
There's a lot of people that are wanting to sue for the lack of response. People are feeling like the stress and anxiety and danger they feel like they're in. Gotten so bad that multiple individuals have indicated that they are intending to move because of the lack of response to calls for issues like domestic violence and restraining orders.
Joe, I mean, if people aren't going out to the gun range to get trained up, armed up, they're just trying to move to a place where they're actually safe and their family's safe. That's common sense, isn't it, at this point?
Well, yeah, of course, because they want their families to be protected. And just so you know, folks, if your community, if your city council, if your elected officials don't support law enforcement, it's only going to get worse. I mean, recruitment is in the tank. New Jersey applications are down 90%. In Illinois,
Horrible.
they're down 80%. Retirements are up 45%. Resignations are up 25%. So you're going to continue to see the erosion of services. But you know where they're not having recruiting problems? Where you have communities that actually support police officers, that don't treat their officers like crap, who actually treat them fairly. So I would encourage residents, if you're not willing to arm yourself with a weapon to defend your home and your property, at least move to a community that's going to support law enforcement, because we'll be there to protect you.
Yeah, that's what Ron DeSantis said in Florida. He said, move here. I mean, I went to the Daytona, I think it was the Daytona Police Academy. They have lots. I was at one of the recruiting events. It was amazing. There were so many young people. It was awesome. And people have to get that in their own communities. Joe, you have a lot of energy. I love it. Thank you.
You seen that, right? It makes sense, don't it? You want to defund the police. Y'all marching. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These cops all have got to go. Hey, hey, y'all doing all of that during that time. And I told you, some of y'all were so ignorantly involved, caught up in organization. Y'all were caught up in the euphoria and all that, marching with people. Defund the police. Police them up there in New York, police in Chicago. All these police, they were sitting there telling you guys, just because there are some bad ones on the force does not make it all of them. Y'all were behind Patrice Cullors and Black Lives Matter movements when they said they want to get rid of all police, release people from prison, all that dumb stuff. And now, as y'all seen here in some of these major cities, the police them aren't even showing up. Can you imagine calling 911 and they say, well, we'll try to get somebody there? What? Can you imagine being on the phone, somebody kicking your door in, and you sitting there, which y'all can check this out. I watch a lot of stuff like Forensic Files and different things like that. That's why I make sure my family is protected. But we kind of lived it a little bit too in Chi-Town and Mid-Central Illinois. When I say we lived it, that means we went through something like that when somebody tried to break in our house and we were home, and my mom taught us where the knife was under the carpet, where the knife was in the door jamb, and we had weapons everywhere. My point is saying that, can you imagine being on the phone? And you guys can go listen to this on YouTube. Woman is on phone as man breaks in her house and she's in the closet door. You get to hear this man come into her house. She's screaming and everything. It's terrible. And he was doing this in front of her kid while she was on the phone. Can you imagine that? And the dispatcher tell you, well, we're gonna try to get somebody there. We will try to get somebody there. When you come at all the police and you want all of them to be defunded because there might be some bad apples in the police officers department. You got police that were quitting. They quit in troves in New York. They quit in Chicago, as y'all seen, 80%. That is wild. What do y'all think is going to happen? Crime is going to increase. Criminals are going to feel emboldened. And you, the American citizens, regular people, you guys are sitting ducks is what y'all are. Unless you do what that 2A tells you to do in the Constitution. You are able to protect yourself from foreign and domestic terrorists. And I know y'all say, well, those people, no. When y'all think of terrorists, y'all all want to think about the Middle East. Y'all all want to think about the Middle East and all that. But what do you think a domestic terrorist is? Anybody who terrorizes. So that can be anyone. If I am home, comfortably sitting in my home, and somebody's trying to kick my door in, and as soon as that door ain't even going to come open, I'm turning my camera on to see who it is. I don't recognize them. It don't even matter. The fact that you're trying to kick my door in, I am lighting that door up. And you better hope I'm shooting right for the mass area. You better hope you don't get hit. But I'm emptying the clip at that door. Point in saying that, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Even if we didn't defund the police, I am not sitting around and waiting for the police to come. Police comes during the aftermath, like most of the time. They don't get there in time. You are the first responder. So you need to be prepared. So if you were in a city where you guys were completely ignorant to the defund movement of the police and the actions it was going to cause, you better make sure that you exercise that 2A. Whatever state you're in, you better find out what your laws are so you can carry. In Illinois, there's a Ford. Florida, you get concealed. Missouri, you don't have to have. I love Missouri. Our residents in Missouri, we in Missouri. Oh my God. You don't have to, you can go right down to a gun store in Missouri, show your license. They're going to run the background check real quick. It's a wrap, give you a gun. You don't have to have a concealed carry permit in Missouri. I love it. You must protect yourself. I'm not waiting on the police. But at the same time, the fact that a lot of y'all were on board with this movement of defund the police because they painted the police like, police them all just want to hurt black people. Oh, look what they doing. They kept showing y'all only videos of police doing bad things. Police doing this, police doing that. They're not showing you everything. It's the same exact way they played us with history. They only showed you what happened to black people from a southern view. The southern states, they only showed y'all that view. They didn't show y'all what was going on up north with the blacks. They didn't show you why. They only want you to see it one way. They only want you to see it from one perspective. They did that with the police. They got people to jump on board with it. Now, crime been at an all-time high record, rampant, steady climbing, and now y'all want to call for the police. Well, guess what? Actions have consequences. And those people who are going around pushing the rhetoric, where are they now? Huh? They did the job. They inserted the infection, and now the infection is spreading, and now y'all want to figure out where those people are that started it. They're nowhere to be found. They did their job. They're gone. Y'all are the ones that are left suffering with the crime rates. And let's be honest, who is going to be impacted by it the most? People that stay in the so-called high crime, low income areas. And who all cries about us staying in the high crime, disenfranchised, low income, bad areas? They like, y'all, we sat there and let y'all destroy yourselves. Y'all, not only did y'all destroy your stores during the criminal movement, y'all know I'm talking about George Floyd and all, y'all destroyed your own stores. These mom and pop shops have been there for generations. Y'all destroyed it, tore it down. And now you want to defund the police. No protection there now. I hate to say it, but that's the only way some of y'all gonna learn. Life has to teach some of you. It has to. And I'm sorry for the ones who's going to suffer because of these dumb decisions that these people made and these dumb movements that they had on there. But the ones that stay around you to march, they are the reason why you're suffering. But let's see if y'all going to hold them accountable. Or if you say something about somebody black, oh, there you go hating on black people. Oh, there you go hating on your own folks. You always talking. You saying all that while black people are steady suffering, being killed, being robbed, being sexually assaulted. But don't say nothing bad about them because you're talking about your own kind. Stupid. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all get into those cell phones. Let one person know about this channel. Encourage them to subscribe to this channel after checking it out. And don't forget, hit that like button. Let me know what y'all thoughts is on this. What y'all think about the whole defund movement and the consequences of it? What do y'all think about police? I'm sorry. What do y'all think about the police not being able to answer calls? Do you think that's crazy? Leave it in the comment section below after this video. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.